Torres on the RC505 MK2. So as usual, we're not going to waste any time. I'm going to get straight into it. So starting on Input Effects A, this is going to be a bit weird because you're going to have two sets of effects, but I'll explain it as best as I can. So first of all, you're going to have four, but then throughout the song, you're going to switch to a low pass filter, distortion, EQ, and distortion. On Input Effects Bank B, you're going to have an oscillator bar, nothing on Effect C, and chorus. For Input Effects C, you're going to have EQ, guitar to bass, oscillator bar, and reverb. And for Input Effects D, you're going to have nothing on A, oscillator bar, step slicer, and chorus. For track effects, you're going to have, on track effects A, you're going to have distortion, flanger, EQ, and reverb. On track effects B, you're going to have beat scatter, step slicer, distortion, and reverb. On track effects C, you're going to have low pass filter, distortion, EQ, and reverse reverb. Finally, you're going to leave bank D blank. So some other things you should know, we're going to start on Input Effects C, and on Track Effects D, the tempo is 130 and the rhythm is 4/4. Input Effects A is going to start on single mode, and you will change it to multi during the song. How you do this? It's very simple. You go loop, right, input, right, multi. Shouldn't be too difficult. You're also going to want to, now there's going to be bounce settings, so these are going to be really easy. So you're going to have, so press track, click over 3 times, and you'll see the setting bounce in. Make sure that that is on track 1, 4, and 5, and it is off for track 2 and 3. Now go to loop, record, write. Make sure to begin with your bounce switches off, and make sure that all tracks are on for bounce. A quick tip I like to have, I dedicate one of my underscreen encoders, which is these things, for a bounce knob so I can turn it on and off as I desire. And I think that's everything. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's going to start off with a hi-hat on track 5. Now we're going to do 3 snares on track 4. That is, and inward K, split snare, and snare. So now on track 3, we're going to do 2 rim shots. Now we're going to change to EQ, -20 on the lows, +15 on the highs. That's the only difference you have to make right now. So now we're going to record 2 open hi-hats to track 4. Next, bring your lows down to +2 and turn your high gain now to -15. Bring the low mids to +6 and bring the high mids to -4. Now we're going to do 4 kicks on track 2. Switch. Now we're going to switch. We're going to do throw kicks under the kicks we just done. Actually, make sure you turn down your mic level beforehand. Great. So now here's where the first bounce comes in. Gonna turn on our bounce settings, bring these all the way up, and record to track 1. Everything should be on track 1 if we bounce correctly. Now, we're going to clear tracks 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to clear tracks 2, 3, 4, and 5. Enable effects C and D. And just go oh nah into the microphone. make sure it bounces off. Because if it's on for the next segments, we might record them to 3 and 4 accidentally. So switch to bank. I'm just gonna go do, 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 do. Now switch to B and keep D active. Great. Now switch to bank D. Let's go into the microphone. And we're gonna record this to track 3. Now stop track 1. Turn on bounce. Switch to track effects bank A. Turn on effects for track 3 and 4. We're going to record it to track 5. And turn off 2, by the way. Great. Now we're going to switch to track A. It's going to go aw. And switch effects as we go. I should have mentioned to turn off effects for track 3 too. Do it for track 4 as well. So now, we're going to turn on bounce, make sure it's on again, I should say. Stop 1, put on effects, and record. Now we're going to switch, well, as you saw me doing it, but we're going to switch our effects on bank A to the new set. Go to loop, right, input, right, and set it to multi. And now, just for now, we're going to play everything. And switch banks on track effects to bank B, by the way. Now we're going to turn on effects. Get these ready. So, between the end of this and the start of the weird segment, that's all I can call it, you're going to switch from bank B to bank C, all stop, and make sure you have A, B, and C all active. So we're not going to record it the first time, but we are the second time. Just because it's kind of hard to get it all in once if you want to record it the first time. It's going to sound like this when it's all put together. Enable D. I'm just going to go the microphone and record that to track 1. So I'll let this play out. Record it to track 1 and turn off effects on this. Undo. Now you're just going to rotate D kind of in any pattern you want, but make sure it finishes up here. So we're going to stop these two. And that is Aerodynamics by Brez on the RC505 MK2.